Welcome to the Politricks watch. This is Sir P. Now, you'd have seen a video drop earlier, but that video was supposed to drop from Saturday. This is the real Sunday video. Today, I'm going to talk about the trafficking again. I'm going to talk about the type of traffic where, car, right, I pull up there in a car and people are blow their horn and I make the noise. I also not talk about the song. Traffic blocking, yellow mark out in our tights and stacking. Not that type of traffic. I talk about modern day slavery basically. When I think about it, when I break it down and you listen how it work, and even I talk to people who've been victims of it, sound like slavery to me. It might not involve no shackles and no whips and nothing like that, and a cotton field, but sound spookily similar. But before we go into that, today is Mother's Day. I want to send a special shout out to the PIA and the Patreon squad mothers. Matter of fact, all of the positive, impactful, motivational mothers right across Ireland, right across the diaspora. Just like when it comes on to man, them say not because you're a sperm donor that don't make you a father. The same thing with that woman. Not because you push over a baby it don't make you a mother. I'm not talking about the real mothers. The mothers that will nurture, care for, look after, do everything them can to make sure their children get the best opportunities in life. Bigging up on a special day. You deserve the world and everything it has to offer. But of course, we're not talking about the wicked man of them, we're not talking about the child bearer of them. Because it's like how someone a sperm donor, someone a just child bearer. We're not talking about on the phone today. But try to jump on the hype and collect big title. 3 years of Mother's Day gift I give out your one. I have to dedicate Sizzler song, thank you mama. Now as the platform grow, I have to start to touch upon certain topics like this more and more. Because I think it's underexposed, especially considering the severity of the matter. Social media is not just entertainment, it's also sharing information and even helping people too. Welcome to the PIA where you can get valuable information and you don't have to go on a student debt. I know sometimes it sounds miserable because I say, boy, everybody turn the clown on the court just died, because I can see the power with social media can have. This is like IG, YouTube and TikTok and them places. Can be very powerful to effect real change, but everybody want to be entertainer. Everybody want to be an entertainer, even the people them who spend much years in school and come out with big title. All I say is, some of them people, if you use the knowledge and the degree and the title and help people, but them want to be entertainers too. It's like it's the land of wood, water and court jester. Nobody no want empower nobody in the knowledge. They just want to sit down on the knowledge and look and surf ticket on the wall and feel good. Help the people them. Dr. Guy, Jamaicans are dead like fly. The diabetes and the hypertension and you go study this and study that and dip on TikTok every day. Acting like a buffoon. Use the knowledge and help people, man. That's the whole heap of arguments for the youth when I have nothing to do. So you use TikTok as a means to create a vibe and a name and possibly generate some income for himself and his family. Left that for them new there, but use your career, use your profession and help people. Right? You don't have to try to win the rifle walk contest. Right? You don't have to. Just putting that out there. Because some of these topics, the trafficking and everything there, the public would have more information if people them who love tell you how bright they are actually go deeper into it and inform people about it more. Because these are very interesting topics. These are very serious issues. I'm going to talk about the people trafficking. I'm going to talk about indentured servants. I'm going to talk about indentured servants from Uzbekistan and India and places and China. Indentured servitude. And first giving us some official definitions, just so we understand what it is. Human trafficking is the recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring or receipt of people through force, fraud or deception with the aim of exploiting them for profit. So usually people that get moved across a border. Can be parish to parish, can be country to country. Right. An indentured servant is a person who sign up and is often bound to some kind of work for a specified amount of time in return for something else. Usually, them travel expenses or the maintenance or something like that. Them tell us, you come here so you go work for this amount of time and then after that you get this. None of these things are new for mankind, but as time progresses they get more and more sophisticated. You might not know this, but many of the original set of Indians and Chinese people who drop Ironman, many of them were indentured servants. Demand for them increased after slavery ended on paper. When you really look on it, the indentured servant is like one level above the slave now. Like one level above. But technically, it's not slavery, but based on how many are treated, and even depending on the type of work them do, it can look spookily similar. Enough people drop an Ironman car, people tell them say they might get land and they might get this and they might get unicorns if they work for this amount of time. Many of these people drop dead before they could get it. And the person who promised them this and that never give them nothing. Some went on for open up shop and open up this and that. Many of the people them now, who become tycoons and big business people in the Ironman, them original ancestors, them were indentured servants. This topic come up because we talked about the trafficking before, but then we get much spooky every time we see big plane load of people, mostly Indians, land at Ironman. Amazingly, it was a one-day story. That's how you know Jamaicans are not serious about nothing to be serious about. When I tell them this, all Jamaicans care about, right, is just having fun. Right, and only care about things that are juicy and entertaining, you know that. When you see a plain load of foreign guy, right, drop Ironman and it's a one-day story, you ask people about it and you say, yo, you know about the plane, and I'm like, oh, you know something about it. I saw them think they go steal. I don't know so. People don't even care. In Ironman, enough people are trafficked in and out. Clearly. Right, I don't need the United Nations or Uncle Sam or Canada to point out the obvious. Enough people are being trafficked in and out of Ironman. It's a $160 billion industry. There's no way Ironman now eat a food off of that. Cause them eat food off of industries where much less, much smaller. And 160 billion is the best them can come up with, because when you talk about something that's illegal and underground, it's impossible to put a real figure upon it. Before we go into this disclaimer, not because your co-worker speak with a funny accent or come from some part of Asia or something like that, that don't automatically mean say they're a victim of human trafficking. Just like how Jamaicans go to countries go work, enough people go Ironman go work. Legitimately. So somebody who apply for a work permit and get a work permit and have a job in Jamaica, right, is not a victim of human trafficking or indentured servant. None of them people may talk about. So foreign worker don't automatically mean victim of human trafficking. So certain countries like India, China, right, have a large supply of extremely poor people. Especially India. And I mean real poor. Not what Jamaicans use the word poor like when they're broke today. Like them they have some money but then go and party and then them go over here and then buy one shoes and then don't realize say, right, it's me broke. I mean like that. I mean like actually don't know where next meal will come from for the next 3 weeks. That type of poor them I talk about. My type of poor make even the Jamaican quote unquote ghetto look like Beverly Hills. Man. Large sections of Indian in places stay so. Remember, India have 1 billion people, China have 1 billion people. If you have a billion people in your country, there's have to be millions of them, right, who are suffer. Now care how you come up with that system good, it can't good enough, right, for at least millions, right, not get left by the wayside. So India, China and them place a large supply of extremely poor people. And this is what the trafficker them love. Because this means there's a large supply of people to exploit. How this relate to Ironman? So I give you a couple of the cases and the forms them where it manifests in Ironman. You have enough business owners in Ironman, especially enough foreign business owners. Right. Locals not doing about, especially the foreign business owners them, who have ties to countries like India. Either them born there or them family come from there, or them born in China or them family come from China or something like that. Right, so them have the link where you can recruit people. Notice the plane was full of what were the Indians. These business people prefer to hire people from their homeland. Right, because of, you have cultural commonality, right? Them simply get along with people from their own country better than they get along with Jamaicans. And this is a big and, cheaper labor. See, if a Jamaican work for them and them try give a Jamaican a certain amount of money or even a certain type of treatment, a Jamaican can go file a complaint against the Ministry of Labour or go down a station or go up on IG and call them out, right, and something like that. Right, you can just pay a Jamaican in a food and one room somewhere. A Jamaican are gonna be like, where money there? What me pay there? You know who don't do that? The Indian or the Chinese or wherever they come from, indentured servant or victim of human trafficking. They don't do that. You see, them use the networks, because obviously there's trafficking networks, global trafficking networks, to recruit from places like India and places China. The victim is told he's going to get X amount of money. Remember, we are talking about people who come from extreme poverty. Them here say they might get, for example, $1,000, $1,200 US. Their mind is blown, because that sounds like $1 trillion for them. They jump at the opportunity. Like doing different forms of how them catch the people. So them jump on the opportunity, right? So you go, Iron man, go work. Them tell them so everything in place already. Work permits and this and that and everything straight, everything above board. This person in India probably can barely even read and write. And even if they can read and write, right, they're not going to know Jamaican laws and Jamaican policies and all them things. So them say you said them go work and the boss tell them so them I get this. Them jump on the opportunity. Most of the documents where them here say in place are usually either just one time set up to catch them, when they come for renew it don't get renewed, or they didn't exist in the first place. So now them land in an Ironman. Soon as them reach, their handlers, whoever control them, check with them passport and essential documents. Yeah man, we call up on them, man. Remember, this person will be extra giddy. This person will be ignorant to immigration policies and laws and everything. So them say, yeah man, say do this, and them say, alright, yes boss. So them hold on them documents. Anything will make this person exist on paper, then hold on. This is often what them use as leverage over the people. And let me just say this. In case one of these people are listening out there. Not because you are illegal in Jamaica doesn't make it legal for someone to own you like a slave, right? No law in Jamaica in states. So then these people usually get grouped up in one house, just like how Rakesh and we group up at Cherry Garden. Them get a room and then get food provided. Remember, so at first, this person would be thinking him reach a heaven, you know. You come from one part of India or one part of Pakistan or wherever way, a fly, right, a pitch on you 24/7, and all of a sudden you drop an Iron Man and know you're that Cherry Garden. So at first it look amazing. Plus food provided What more could you ask for? Of course, you know the trafficker have to get team expenses covered plus him fees. These fees can come from the business person, whoever, right, did want the quote-unquote staff, or it can come out of the victim's salary, supposed salary. Once them have the people them documents, people them start work for them, that's when things start to get me up because now, they may all make them work the whole day, and I mean the whole day. For chump change. Sometimes they won't even get paid. As I said, remember the Rakesh story me cover? Rakesh Talwija. I remember how long him, at one point in the family I saw long him to get no pay and all kind of stuff. If the victim start to complain about the treatment and the lack of salary or them not get paid, them think them to get, they are then reminded that they have no legal status in Jamaica. They are working illegally. So them trap the people them. Now, they use the fear of deportation to keep them in line. Plus, them usually have family and all kind of people behind them homeland who depend on them. So even if a $200 them I get, them I say, well, $200 better than nothing. And fall further and further in the rabbit hole. Because them afraid of getting deported or go prison because remember these people are ignorant, right, to Jamaican laws. So the person who is responsible for them, I tell them, so if police ever catch you illegal in Jamaica, you have to go spend 5 years doing a GP. You really want to go in Jamaican jail? So to avoid this, they often submit. And then the pay gets even less. Unless still even some cases them not get no pay. Remember the good Ministry of Labour? I go tell people say, yeah, no say me legal in the country and my boss I give me this amount of money, but them not go. The females them can end up in the same situation, but often they are channeled towards things like quote unquote housekeeping. Sometimes they pay good money for them too, but then get back the money because let's just short numbers now. But let's say them pay $3,000 for one person. When that person land, over the course of a year, right, they might save back $10,000 in a salary. Right. Where they might have to go pay if them they pay the right amount where them to pay. If you get what me a choice, they know. So if this person's skill and the job of the person I do is supposed to make them make $1 million Jamaican dollars a year, they will happily pay 300,000 Jamaican dollars if you carry the person in a Jamaica through the network and then pay the person $100,000 right, for the year. Total them pay 400,000, saving themselves 600,000. So I use them numbers as for arguments. So don't understand how I'm going. This don't help the victim or even local Jamaicans because it make it possible for these quote-unquote bosses to undercut local Jamaicans. As the foreign guy, right, the indentured servant, the traffic victim is working for so little that it lowers the cost of labor right across the board. And not only that, they get the same amount of labor, more hours, and they don't have to hear anybody complain that them ears because you know Jamaican dog start. Yo, what go on boss, where you think they were Monday, you go like say, you not hear that. This person don't have any friends and family in Jamaica, so they don't have any socializing going on. The only people socializing might be the other, right, trafficking victims. Now the yard where they must stay. Jamaicans are going to say, boy, boss, you know, say, party I come up this weekend, you know, say, champs are keep, more and go champ. Him not fear none of that. He knows how smart he does work for much less. So them undercut the Jamaicans too. Can help keep the price of labor down. Nobody wins except the trafficker and the quote-unquote boss. Now, as I mentioned earlier, usually the females them, often very young girls, right, end up become, right, a marketplace, right, of sorts where people basically are handpick the girl where them want for bringing an Iron Man for do you knows what. Yes, you can even pick who you want to get traffic. Man, I get catalog. What do you think about that one? What do you think about that one? No, sir. I don't like she. I don't like how fair breast them look. I don't like fair. Yeah, that one I can't work. Delivered in the Iron Man. Trafficker getting money. The boss get quote-unquote housekeeping staff. This also undercut the local Jamaican housekeeper because again, this foreign person will work from now until thy kingdom come. Right. And in half a year, no complain that him is. Another way them get people is sometimes the family member back in China or India owe somebody money. And the son or the daughter then get recruited to get traffic for pay off the debt. Then get them plane ticket provided, straight to Ironman. Oftentimes on those one look a visiting visa. Enter the country, go on the yard there, go on the shop here, and work until the debt pay off. But here's the thing. Enough time the parents debt or whoever debt them a pay off simply can't done. Because the man them have an interest system just like the bank. So if a $50 the owe, every 3 days the $50 turn, $5 more. And debt keep a rise, and man keep a work and debt can't pay off. Sometimes, and this case is the saddest of them all, the parents actually sell the child into trafficking. Over time, people get to know about these trafficking links. Come on, I gotta say, you know, so me say Takesh, you send for Jamaica and make this amount of money, send back to widow. Man, yeah man, Takesh have the link. People sell their children into trafficking sometimes. Often very young children. They get sent to some home to quote unquote work, right? But it's really to provide sexual favors to the person who essentially ordered them. Like I go online, go order something. That's how them treat human beings. Now for this play out in front of people face, them don't even know what's it go on, because it's not like when you walk into a home or walk into a business place, the person is like, help me, I am a victim of trafficking. That's not how it works. So that person is already, that person is usually bound by something. Either them know so them are work off debt, them don't want to talk about the fact that them illegal and they're not supposed to work, so then they want to bring up certain things. Another way is them promise them say, if you go to Jamaica and work for X amount of time, when you're done, you're going to get like 10% of that business here, and you'll get one piece of land, and these are the promises them give people. Now you're thinking that sounds stupid, that don't make no sense. Who are going to fall for that? Remember, we're talking about people who are at the very, 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 very bottom, right, of them countries' social ladder. People where anything will sound like opportunity, they might jump on it. Right, they're obviously not using these tactics on the most educated and sophisticated Chinese or Indian people. So the two most common forms you find in Ironman is the labor scam and the sexual exploitation. Jamaica is perfect for this, as enforcing laws is clearly not Ironman's strong point. Now, there's a unit in Ironman, I think they're a part of PICA, and that's the passport and everything now, it's passport, immigration and everything. That is supposed to go around and check who's straight and all them things about unicorn meat. And me know said that the unit there, barely I don't know. Ironman cannot become a home base where human traffickers can bring them victims, because it will only encourage more and more and more. Not only that, it is fair to assume that the same people who are carrying the man can carry out. So if you were to mash up the network while carrying victims of human trafficking, you could potentially mash up the same people who want to carry out Jamaican. So everybody win. Jamaica already have whole heap of low paid workers. Bringing in even lower paid workers doesn't help Jamaica, because it will keep the market artificially low. Because as I say, if me can get somebody for $10, then you can make all the noise you want. Right? Why would I pay you no more? Right? Go on with your business. That's the side of immigration that people need to look into. Which is why immigration needs to be above board. Right? Right? And not in a system where you can bring in somebody who basically work like a slave, because if you get $100 for the month, the Jamaican person with the same job never ever can get for them pay increase, because there's always a much lower paid option, and that option is illegal and under the table. Right? But Jamaica is not Canada or Switzerland, right? Where the average citizen is living a fairly decent life. Right? The last thing we want is to undercut Jamaicans even further than they're being undercut already. And that's what the human trafficking victim do. So even if you have no sympathy for what happened to people from India and China and the fact that they might get trafficked, even if you have no sympathy, even from the economic standpoint, human trafficking have a mash up. It don't help Jamaica or Jamaicans. So people that enter Ireland on visitor's visa and then go and go work. Of course, that's illegal, but who's checking them? You think Pico will fix this problem? You're more likely if it's just snowfall in a Spanish town. But these traffickers are obviously big money people, because it's a big money industry. And them sponsor of your favorite big wigs and politicians. So even when people inside a Pico, or enough people in the immigration industry and them people know what go on and point out what go on, nothing gets done. Even when you try reprimand somebody, man jump on their phone and call big wig, and next thing you see things get pushed on the table. One phone call, that's the Iron Man work. People point out, say, all the staff them come on visitor's visa and now be a man I work for 3 years straight. How come? Oh, say you think you're big? Alright, jump on my phone. Call one politician, call one big wig. Next thing the staff get told for minding their business. That's how it work. Even people that enter Ireland, enough time immigration spot them and realize that this can't write, something to write. Because this document can't be for somebody who come work on this. So I got turn back. Man call them handler call big wig, and big wig call man, and next thing man get told, say, yo, mind the business, make them come in our country. These things happen. Of course they'll deny it. Man say nothing can go so. The man tell you, say, nothing can go so. Nobody can make no man enter Ireland who's supposed to get turned back. No people forget turn back. It's like how American them place a turn back man, Jamaica be turn back enough man too. But the one them have links, the ones who are part of the network, the people them who are coming on these big networks, them have them links in high places. You think my work have a chance? None of these industries operate on chance. There's too much money to lose and too much jail time involved. Anything will involve big money and big jail time don't run on chance. Because you can't get lucky forever. So you need people in positions to tell other people to look the next way. This licky behavior is endangering national security. Because who are these people? How we know that some man from the Middle East and some war or try to get it from something or try to go one country go lay low when nobody now go suspect him. Now go enter Ireland upon one of these same trafficking links. So if enter Ireland upon the same trafficking links and the Ireland like a sleeping cell, and then when him ready for quote unquote work, he go do him to do. If you wanted to avoid spotlight and heat, and you come from some part of the world where war and strife are going on, Ireland is the perfect country to go. Them know this. The Caribbean is the perfect place to go. Sun, and people who don't ask the question if you're a foreigner. Jamaicans not go dig up no man. Hey, where you come from? That's not how it works. Jamaicans are friendlier to foreigners than they are to their own local people. Them know about it, Plain load a man drop a Ireland. Man don't even depend on the manifesto. Man from Uzbekistan. Russian man from over here so. Man from Guzungung province. Man from all kind of province. Why names I get left off a manifesto? Man I say, oh no man, we'll go on next country, we'll just pass through here so. Pass through? Jamaicans should have been so concerned, them should have demand answers from their leaders the civil aviation boss them, the PICA boss them, security minister, everybody should have had to sit down in our press conference and explain to the Jamaican people that plain situation, you know. And answer the necessary questions, but them figure out. Them realize they will not care about them sitting there. They only care about entertainment and having fun. One day story. Nobody was held accountable for that. Imagine man dropping in your country. Right, we don't even depend on the money. Do you know how some countries would have taken that? Do you know how serious countries would have dealt with that? All them the man when they depend manifesto. Certain countries go and find out what they want and who send them by any means necessary. That was a major national security risk. And they just put man on plane and send man go on back. Right, go on where you go. One of them things there. Who are these people? And do you think this plane is the only plane in the history of plane for drop an Iron Man? It is plain to see that is implausible. How many more trips landed successfully? How many? How many other people dropping the Iron Man and them name never depend manifesto and we don't know who these people are? So many questions and so few answers. And the fact that the people who should be running up and down trying to solve this so nonchalant, tell you say there's a bigger hand at play, so mind your business. One day story. So now I feel wonder how much Jamaicans, other people country, I get the same treatment to them people are getting an Iron Man. What happened to Rakesh in a Cherry Yard? How much Jamaicans are out in a Gozongo province? Uzbekistan. Uncle Sam and them. How much? We don't know. How many Jamaican children, how many Jamaican girls are working at some home in a Couscous province? In the home of some man who are climb on top of them every day. And them don't even start a bus breast yet. How many? We don't know. Thousands of our children. It's gone and nobody can explain that. You know still. Hopefully somebody way more sophisticated can answer it. Because I'm just a local YouTuber. Anyway, Patreon Squad, big up on yourself. PIA, you don't know, more life. Ultra Squad, see you circling. Bless.